Hello, I'm Tarek, and I'm here to answer what is a data analyst. A data analyst is someone that transforms data into information that's useful for decision making. Now, to understand this definition, we need to break it down and understand the components of it. So we need to ask the question, what is data and what is information? So I googled what is data and I clicked on the Wikipedia page, and this is the definition of data according to Wikipedia. Common usage: data are a collection of discrete or continuous values that convey information. And you can read the rest of the definition. You can pause this and read the rest of the definition, or you can Google what is data and click on the Wikipedia link. It is a long definition, so I'm going to look at a simpler, shorter one, and even more simple. So a simpler definition of data is data are a collection of values. And I think if we can stop there, if we stop there, it's still a good definition. Data are a collection of values. All right, so next we should look at what data looks like. What is this data or a collection of values? All right, so did a Google search for open source data, and I found this website called data.gov. Here we find data, tools, and resources, like they say, and we can use them to visualize some data. But for now, we want to look at data. We want to see what it looks like. So I searched for car accidents, 15 data sets that match that. So crash reporting, again, we just want to see what data looks like. And they have it in these four formats. The most common one that you'll find data in is arguably the CSV. CSV stands for comma separated values. So we're going to get this one. All right, so we clicked on this one, crash reporting. Again, this is not how it's done in an actual analysis. We just want to see what the data looks like. Usually it's we have to read this and see, does the data answer our question? So this is the one I told you about, the comma separated values. And this is the one we're going to download to look at and see what it looks like. All right, so I opened the file that we just downloaded in Sublime Text. I only opened it here. Sublime Text is a text editor. And the only reason I opened it here is so we can look at what the data looks like. Normally, if I'm going to analyze this data, I would not open it like this. But again, I just want you to see what a comma separate value looks like in the inside, under the hood, you'd say. So it's just a value and then a comma, value, comma, value, comma, and it just goes on like this, value, comma, value, comma. So this is what data looks like. All right, now that we learned what data is and we saw an example of it and what it looks like, we go back to our definition of data analysis or data analyst, and we look at the second part, which is information. What is information, and what does it look like within the context of data analysis? So to answer this, the second question of what is information, I went back to Wikipedia and I found its definition of information. Information is an abstract concept that refers to something which has the power to inform. I think we can stop there and it would give us a good definition of what information is. Again, if you want to read the rest of this, you can Google what is information and click on the Wikipedia link. You can also take that bigger definition and come out with a simpler definition to keep it very simple. Information is something that teaches us or informs us. Now that we defined what information is, we want to see what it looks like. And I remembered when we're at the website where we got our data from, I saw a bit of information that came from data analysis. This figure right here is information that came from data analysis process. A data set was analyzed that contained data about the data sets, and this figure came from it. This is the sum of the data sets in this website. Also, if we scroll, we can see more information that came from the analysis process of a data set about the data sets on this website. You can see there's three examples, and we can see with this example that the data sets, most of them come from the federal government. So this is a bit of information that this data visualization tells us that could be useful for us. And this is the last thing I want to mention about the definition, that it's useful for decision making or it does add value. So someone, after the analysis of the data, someone finds the information useful. Right, so to recap, we have defined what data analysis is, we defined what data is, and we defined what information is. And we also looked at examples of each. And in short, like, data analysis is going from data to information. Lastly, I want to thank you for watching this video until the end.